Every year, the best teams and drivers in the world gather in France for the 24 Hours of Le Mans. It's expensive just to go and watch, let alone drive.
Luckily, there's an inexpensive way for anyone to try endurance racing. With the 24 Hours of LeMons series, all you need is the time, a $500 donor car, and a desire to make the most of it.
My name is Dale. I'm from Tacoma.
I'm Carl Toby. We're at the Ridge in Shelton, Washington.
Somewhere along the way, I remember hearing a blurb from either Todd or Paul that they had almost gotten into LeMons once, and I thought, why not invite them to come up and drive?
We were going to drive a BMW. That's cool, this little chopped back thing. It was going to be manual, it was going to be, they lost the keys. Nobody knows where the keys are.
Which makes it, with the immobilizer unit, very hard to turn it on.
Now car number 1 is a Hulk with no upholstery and dead in the water. So car number 2, in the 11th hour, a local member from the PCA came in and loaned us his car that he ran in the LeMons race last year.
1996 Subaru Legacy wagon.
People are walking by going, oh, it's the cool wagon from last year that was last.
The car relates. I mean, it's the non-player special livery because Lotus, it's the flat 4 engine because me, and it's a wagon because automotive journalism, and it's an automatic that relates to, I'm not sure what.
Have you heard about the wagon? Yeah, it's a Subaru wagon. It's an automatic and it's slow.
The car you drive every day should be fun.
But it's got to do the boring stuff too, like commute, be affordable, and run your errands.
You can have both, and we'll help you find it. Fun to drive cars and great driving experiences for everyone.
On Everyday Driver.
Brought to you by Covercraft.
It is race day. 24 hours of LeMons, well, really 14 hours. We are doing final car preparations right now. We've got the drivers meeting at 9 a.m. sharp. The track is hot at 10 a.m.
So we kind of look the part. This kind of looks the part. The car is debatable, I guess.
The car will do fine. We take care of it and it'll make it. I'm more worried about somebody else piling into us than I am us wrecking the car ourselves.
I'm really excited. We're taping our drivers' names on the door right now. I mean, it's official. Carl's taking first stint, then me, then Todd, then Dale.
Honestly, I'm a little apprehensive. Once I get in the car and actually see how maddening the traffic is and how fast the car is, because we're expecting it to be slow, then that'll get a lot better. But right now, I'm telling you, it's a little jittery.
The car feels slow. We all knew it was going to be slow. But when you're finally on track, I thought, all right, I'd be cool, but I had this incredible adrenaline dump into my bloodstream because everybody was going faster than I.
There's one. Where's the other?
Go ahead. There's an enormous amount of information to take in on your first lap, well, your first few laps. I was just so intent on letting faster cars by, I forgot to concentrate on my race line and what I was doing.
First lap. I've walked the track. I have not driven the track. Oh God, she's got body roll. Holy hell. I'm in a race car. It's a terrible, terrible race car, but I am in a race car. Cannot put my foot more to the firewall than I am right now. 135 horsepower when she was new. She is not new. How often was this car even above 80 miles an hour in its former life? All right, that's 92 again. That seems to be the upper ranges of what she's got. I'm getting passed by everyone. I am having to drive completely free of ego. The Subaru Legacy wagon is an ego-free zone. I did a pass. I passed somebody. I hope we got all of that on camera because that's not going to be a common occurrence. I'm pretty sure that we are the most passed team, but I did pass a couple of people. There's just a few guys that are so much faster, you're getting passed by them all the time. Luckily, the best thing I'm third stint in. By now, folks have broken.
Todd and I have had a lot of high-performance track days, but we've never actually done racing like this. And it's actually a great place to start. Immediately on this second stint, I can concentrate on the line because the first lap, I had so much traffic going on. It was actually overwhelming. My personal goal for the race right now is find the limits of where I feel like I'm gonna go off track and where I'm gonna stay on. With our own personal cars, they're so expensive and we've got so much money invested in them. We don't want to do anything that might have an off, that might cost us money. Woohoo! I passed somebody. Can't believe it. Personal victory, hey. And these tires are doing great. I'm starting to get slidey. We are on Michelin Primacy tires, that's right. $500 right off of an FRS. I'm starting to learn. Oh, yeah. All right, I'm going. I hit a nice patch of sand there on the outside where somebody oiled the track and just came right around. I'm kind of glad I did because I just felt the limits of the car. All right, I got black flagged. Hi there.
Why are you in my penalty box?
I was letting a guy pass me on the inside and I forgot the kitty litter from the prior oiling of the traffic was there. And I hit it and I spun, but I was able to keep it on track, fortunately.
Bring it back a couple notches, you know, like the old 10/10ths.
You're right.
You drive at like 3.5 tenths.
Thank you, man.
Get it fresh driver. That's only your first, so it's kind of a warning.
Okay, thank you. I just had a full spin on the kitty litter and I had to go talk to the marshals. I got black flagged. Okay. But it was the full hairpin, the left-hand hairpin, whatever number that is.
Long one.
Full long one, yeah.
All right, man, good to know. I'm rolling. Here we go. So Paul said there's kitty litter on the outside of one of these corners. Let's look for that and then let's not spin, shall we?
What I realized I should have done is coming into that corner, I should have stayed on the line and kept the guy behind me because I kind of was a gentleman and I let him by into a long sweeping hairpin turn, which I should have finished the turn, then let him by.
Hey, I'm hunting down an E30. The E30 is the official car of LeMons. How am I hunting down that car? No one's supposed to pass an E30. There's supposed to be a rule, isn't there? Can you see me? I don't know if you can see me. You can't see me. You have no idea I'm here. Find your mirrors, friend. Find your mirrors. And with these factory primacy tires, the crappy ones that come on the FRS, I did not expect us to be the tiniest bit competitive in the corners, honestly. I expected a lot more slide than we're getting. You gotta floor it before the apex cone, because at the apex cone is where you need it to actually start accelerating, and you need a few seconds for kickdown. I'm actually faster than you, sir. I am actually faster than you are. Thank you. The non-player special just had another takedown. I'm genuinely proud of that. He's bound to be faster than me on the straights, because everybody's faster than me on the straights. I think at the moment we're running position 25 or so out of about 60-something cars, which for a car as slow as we are is kind of impressive, but that has a lot to do also with people that are just gone. They're sitting here leaking oil in the parking lot.
It seems that everybody is in the pits doing something, and I just want to connect things and make it smooth and fast. This is a fun and humbling experience all at the same time. I feel like I've got the fundamentals to be faster right now, but yet the car that we're in is not letting me. I'll give you a point by. I'm gonna draft you. Get ready for a slingshot, everyone. I'm drafting Old Milwaukee. At this point on track, everybody knows kind of everybody else's driving style at this point. They know the fast cars, they know who's in what, who's doing what, and that's fine. But I feel like I surprised a few people out there this time out, and I'm pretty happy with that. But we've been reliable so far. We've just been running, trading out drivers, getting fuel. I know there's speed to be found. That's my next stint.
They have 3 tiers right now: A class, B class, C class. A class is the real competitors, cars that are genuinely fast. They know they're fast. The drivers have experience. They're going for LeMons championship points. We're not in A class. We're in B class, cars they expect to finish and do halfway decent, but not cars that are going to be breaking any records or really competing in championship points. So you're wondering about C class? Well, those are the cars that, well, they're claptraps. They probably won't survive the race, and the organizers know it. I don't know why you would end up racing an Alfa Romeo in LeMons. That just seems like a recipe for pain. I bought a $500 Alfa Romeo. What do you want to do? Let's race it. Then we were talking earlier about how everything that this has are the same kind of categories that exist all the way up to the highest levels of racing you can think of. As far as the pit stuff and the hanging out and the gear and all of that stuff exists, it just has more people and higher dollars behind it. This is such a microcosm of everything that's going on for racing, and instantly I'm addicted.
We've reached the point in the afternoon where all the goofiness has gone out the window and everybody's just putting laps down right now. How many times do you get to see a trebuchet cow Jetta pass you on a racetrack? Oh, this is so great. I'm losing, but I'm actually racing people. This is very strange. This car gives you enough time to look at people's expressions, like the track marshals, and you know, you got plenty of time to let you reflect on things in your life. I'm still fast enough to have a boatload of fun racing. We've got good pit stops going on. We've got everything dialed in now. We're fast, we're cranking through stuff, and the track is pretty clear, strangely.
There's so many reasons that I like this car. There's so many things about it that are absolutely wrong for what we're doing. And yet, it's being a reliable companion. And it's just saying, you know what, I'm not made for this, but I'm up for it. So, you kind of have to love it. I'm getting all philosophical now because it's late daylight, great view of Mount Rainier. I'm on a racetrack in a Subaru wagon. How can you help but laugh about this? Honestly, it doesn't matter that these are broken down, ridiculous cars. At this point, it feels like racing. I don't want it to get dark, but we'll be back tomorrow.
It's day 2, it's like 8:30 in the morning, so the track's about to go hot. No drivers meeting, no nothing this morning. We're just hopping right in, and look at this. Carl's already in the car. He's hot to go. We didn't really change much, honestly. We rotated the tires. The brakes that they ordered as backup brake pads are the wrong brake pads, so we have the same brakes from yesterday. Luckily, we only used about 50% of the pad. We have less racing to do today.
Today, Carl has installed a very dangerous device. It is actually an in-car lap timer, which is actually promoted a little bit of competition in the team now. I certainly feel faster. I feel like I'm getting more consistent and smooth. Dear diary, today was an important day. I passed the Taurus SHO. Oh, the Nova. I hate that Nova. I'm gonna do my best to pass him this lap. He just got on track. But I'm in a rhythm out here, see? The biggest thing you need to remember when you're coming through a line like this is don't look at the person in front of you. Look through them and still look at your line. I've dialed my expectations back, but then pushed them forward again because we're actually all faster today, which is fantastic.
Wow, here we go. I feel like our tires are gonna start, you know.
But again, we're only going until 3 o'clock.
That's true.
So, you know, if we're going to hustle it, now is the time to hustle it, because you're not going to do it when it's hot.
Good morning, big girl. How's your body roll? So when I woke up this morning, I discovered my right calf muscle was sore, and it took me a minute to realize it's because I've been pushing my right foot through the floorboard all of yesterday, trying to get that little bit more of full throttle out of this car. Somewhere a Subaru engineer is laughing and another one is crying because they cannot believe this car is doing this. I just turned in a 2:25.5, which is 2 seconds faster than my fastest lap yesterday. That's right, I've found 2 seconds in 3 laps this morning. And I've also concluded I think I like endurance racing more than anything else. The idea that you're in this for the long haul, sort it out over all the laps, not any one lap. Oh, the Audi's back out. The Audi has been notoriously problematic. It has spent more time with somebody underneath that car than somebody behind the wheel. It's pretty much LeMons in one team right there. They just keep trying to keep that Audi turning laps. And because it's a LeMons car, there's zero reason to be precious. That is a race car with horns, ladies and gentlemen, if that hasn't landed on you yet. And I have to say, that should be required. The thing I keep being blown away by is how low the bar is for entry. You can buy yourself a stupid cheap car. Buy something that's going to be reliable, not quirky, but reliable. And then buy yourself a lot of really good tires. I had multiple laps, though, that were faster than my fastest lap yesterday. Putting the car in and judging the understeer to let it understeer and slide out to where you want to be. Needless to say, I'm having a blast.
What a difference a few adjustments in the setup makes. The entry speed is better, the exit is faster. My fastest personal lap up to this point, definitely a good stint all the way around and feeling great about it.
The car's feeling a little bit more tired right now. And the transmission has no idea what I want it to do. You have to ring the engine room, ask for power, and then it might think about downshifting. How sweet is this? Yep. Wow, being in traffic like that changes your line like crazy. Now that is wheel to wheel, my friends. It's so awesome to put into practice all the stuff we watch about racers on TV and the racing line and all that stuff. It's so much fun to be able to do it on track for real. How is it I'm braking harder and later than the police van with the Porsche Brembo brakes on it? How is this possible? I cannot believe we're getting to do this, but you too can get out here and dice it up and learn. That stint, I actually felt like I was really racing. I hung with the police van for a good, 5, 6 laps. We traded off a couple of times, and it just felt so good.
Underneath that veneer of we don't care and this is ridiculous and all of this is goofy and none of it is serious, underneath that is a very serious layer of racing. They really want you to have a great time, but they want you to take it very seriously, and I appreciate that immensely. On some level, I think every car person wants to say they are a race car driver. Now, you probably will never have the talent of the world-class folks, but you can go from a person that just randomly commute drives to somebody with track experience so easily, and you can genuinely say, I raced cars this weekend for hours. In this case, we're doing 14 hours. We will have each driven over 3 hours over the course of 2 days, hammering along. The Princess Nova's in front of me, and I'm getting the red mist because I want to pass somebody. Has anyone ever said they had the red mist in a Subaru Legacy wagon? That might be the first. Having my own private little moment of enjoying passing. So I thought, you know what, if I take one extra lap, if I don't go in the lap they call me, I go in the one after that. I can pass those 2 cars, and I think I can go home happy. So I just got back from what's probably my last stint, and I found out something that apparently they've been trying to wave me in for like a half a dozen laps. I genuinely didn't see them. That proves I'm having fun, in spite of the fact it's a brownish black Subaru wagon. Dale's in for, I think, his last stint. We're doing last stints. It's coming up on 3 o'clock. We're almost there, and the car's still running, and we're still putting down halfway decent laps, so that's a victory.
Way to take us to the end.
Bravo, man. Good job. Well done. Well done. Great job.
Good job.
Great job. P22?
P22 was the final.
Okay.
Our strategy only got us so far because the car's just not that much faster.
But everybody ahead of us was significantly ahead of us.
Significantly
So it wasn't
faster.
like we were going to make up that lap time. We're pushing this car about as hard as it can go.
Yep.
Best thing is, all of us dropped our times in our own categories. We all dropped
Within our
times
own-
on the second day.
Yeah, probably 5 to 6 seconds coming off of everybody's times from yesterday to today, which is really good for a 2-mile track and genuinely competitive. So bravo,
Absolutely.
Jules. Thank you guys so much for having us
This
out.
was awesome.
Amazing.
Appreciate you having us.
Oh my gosh.
We didn't win anything, but that's okay. We finished.
In the end, this is the polar opposite from real Le Mans, but we started talking about next year's race before we even left the track.
And of course, we're now obsessed with low-cost endurance racing. So if you get the chance to try LeMons for yourself, we hope you will, and say hello if you see us, because hopefully we'll be in a faster car.
So we're back again, second year in a row in Shelton, Washington at the Ridge. We're about to do LeMons again. Last year, you may remember we had a terrible car. We had the Subaru Legacy wagon, and it was still fun.
We're at the Friday before the race starts. We've arrived in the afternoon. We've got a great window of good weather. We've gotten checked in as our tech inspection, and we've gotten the transponder here, so we're ready to go. This gets put on the car that actually isn't here yet. So we're hopefully waiting for good news. We've got to get the car here, and then it's just nice to be back at this track.
Hey, my name's Carl Tobey. We're back at the Ridge. Standing next to the car we ran last year, the non-player special, the Subaru. We do have a little quicker car this time. We're going to be racing a Boxster this year.
And the coolant low indicator came on. Pulled off the side, checked with a live to figure out why we are still losing coolant.
On the bright side, the coolant level meter works.
the upside. The upside, the gauges are awesome.
We know that gauge works.
We've discovered that we have a bad head gasket.
Okay.
So the coolant is not leaking out of the car, it's going into the ignition. It is more expensive to do a head gasket job on this engine than to just replace it.
Is there theoretically a patch that lets us try to blow up the engine on track instead of in the shop?
That is exactly what we are working on right now.
Hi, I'm Dale. I'm the instigator. I'm the guy who brought these guys together last year to race LeMons, and this is the fix we came up with.
What was this? And now we have this. I'm Pete Bristow from Bristow's Auto in Tacoma. We looked for an engine, couldn't find an engine, so keep the pressure off the cooling system, keep plenty of coolant in the car. Instead of doubling up a couple of reservoirs, we just came up with a 15-gallon tank. We've got the return lines going into the top. We've got the line going back into the engine.
Our only frustration with LeMons last year was we wanted a better car. Well, now we have a mid-engine Porsche Boxster. Can it get any better than that? Except now we've added 15 gallons of water to the rear. This is kind of a lesson in how do you take a mid-engine car and make it a rear-engine car. Honestly, Porsche doesn't even know what these dynamics are. Nobody's ever done this before. So we'll see how these stints go.
We're taking the thermostat out, run it as cool. It's gonna be cool out.
Yeah.
And our goal is the coolant tank to last as long as the fuel is, so everybody gets a full stint.
And I was even asking Pete, how fast? Let's calculate. How fast does the water boil off? How long is our stint going to be? It's completely untested. So here we go. This is our car. This is LeMons.
It is race day. Saturday morning, 20 minutes from on track. I don't have any expectations right now. It's just go with the flow, kind of feel it. I'm excited though. This is awesome. I'm so excited to be here.
Here I am sitting in the grid, now wearing arm restraints. You can see, because we're in an open top car, obviously the convertible, we have to have arm restraints so your arms don't fly above your head in case you flip. That's a really encouraging thing. And I've got 15 gallons worth of water in the trunk. Here we go. Get the warm-ups done here. Ooh, the car feels good. If this strikes you in any way, and you have ability to do so, get out here. This feels so good to be in this car. It's so much fun. Yeah, this car is gonna be good. She's gonna be good to us. I can tell, she's ready to go.
After 3 laps of just cruising around and then you hit green, everybody's ready to get on it.
All right, green flag, we're going. Oh yeah, this is awesome. Got this pack ahead of me. People are locking it up already. Really? Really? I know I'm faster than some of these people, or at least I feel like it. Carry the speed, right? Carry the momentum. Oh, good. Brakes feel really good. They bite hard. Yeah, third gear is not quite ideal. I may need to drop to second here. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh man, that weight in the back. I spun at the hairpin just before the straightaway.
So you know that crazy fix that we did with the 15-gallon tank and all that? It leaks.
The officials are not liking what they're seeing right now. I don't think we're throwing some leaky stuff here, but I'm not sure exactly what's going on right now. You want me to leave it running or shut it off?
We're being told there is a absolute no leak policy for the track. We have a 15-gallon tank not supposed to be in a car lashed to the back of the car. So the question just becomes, can we go out there and not leak? We kind of need it to kind of maintain the system, but if it leaks, then we're out. So we're at a real kind of gray area here as to where to go.
Everyday Driver is brought to you by Covercraft. Use the code EVERYDAY for 10% off your order.
Apparently, we just get one freebie from the race organizers that I have now used up due to my spin in the first corner. Unfortunately, so we're pulling water out of the car right now.
We've actually had to lash the thing into the back of the car differently. We've had to add metal straps to it in addition to the fabric straps. This is being figured out as we go, and it still might not work. We've gone to tech again. He's at major race control right now where they look at the fix of the fix.
So 2 laps, if that's good, 5 laps we'll recheck, and then we're just going to see what our windows look like. So we'll probably have to start changing the towers.
Really? All right, I'm back out on track here. All right. I'm slowing down probably a little bit more than I need to in corners, but I'm just feeling things still. Just out here doing some shakedown laps. Top of the corkscrew now. It does feel like a bit of a grind when I'm turning either direction, weirdly. Oh yeah, there it is on the right-hand turn. The right-hand turn in is the grind. Copy that, exiting now.
I need to get these guys in it. They need to start feeling the car because they're asking me for feedback, which is kind of crazy. At a low level, I'm the driver being asked for car feedback.
This car is fast, and I know there's more to it, but we don't have any more grace periods for spins right now. That's for sure. Yeah, coming in hot to the corner here. I'm being very ginger with my driving style right now. I just lost power. I just lost power. Lost power. I've got a lot of steam. Lost power. Lost power. It's continuing to run. I've got to check engine light. I don't know. I'm going to bring it in right now. I'm at the base of the front straightaway here. I'm bringing it in. Car just died on the front straightaway. Car died. I have no power. No power.
Thank you.
It could have happened to anybody, right?
It would have happened to whoever was in the seat.
Theoretically,
That's the truth of it. It would have happened to whoever was in.
I was full throttle up the hill, third to fourth, full throttle, and it just, power went away. And that was it. I looked in my rearview mirror and it was not pretty. I'm sure the people behind me didn't like that either. It was like the smoke screen in the James Bond films, you know? It was like, boom. I feel terrible right now. I do.
But you haven't even gotten a stint in. It's fits and starts so far. We honestly don't know what's going to happen to this car. There's a discussion that we actually might see if we can limp it across the finish line tomorrow. I mean, the truth is, we're getting into coolant actually in the cylinder, so the engine's going to let go at some point. It's just a matter of when. We're kind of trying to gauge how do we do that? How many laps can it limp?
Dale and Carl haven't even been in the car yet.
No, nobody.
And I feel terrible. Pete has not been in the car, and here he's wrenching on the car.
All the grades started with go-karts, right? That's what they say, that go-karts are the way to get into real racing. The truth is, I would have rather been in the Boxer today. I would have rather done it. But the thing is, it's sitting in the pits right now, still leaking.
Since we couldn't race and therefore argue about who had the fastest lap, we did the next best thing. The Ridge has a karting track that's a miniature copy of the real circuit, complete with elevation changes.
So here we are, 5 adult men in full race gear alongside children in t-shirts.
The scale model of the Ridge Motorsports Park. This is hilarious.
I can't believe I'm wearing a full race suit and gloves to drive a go-kart. Ridiculous. This may be the only racing we do all weekend. Actually, it's the only racing we're doing today.
Whoa, ho, ho. Getting a good dice here. Come on, baby. Drafting now.
There was no mercy, and we were bumper to bumper until a child spun out in front of us.
All right, who wrecked up there? Who was it? Because I piled into the back of Pete.
Sideways. Well, but I was right behind Fred. He went right, I went left to get around them. Carl found me from behind. He shunted me through that person while he went. We took all kinds of track debris with us, and then it was on again.
Never thought I'd wish for a Hans device in a cart, but I am. I'm gonna feel that tomorrow. What'd you do yesterday, Todd? Oh, I go-karted.
We would all actually be safer in the race car.
This is what's become of our race, facing each other on the go-kart track. And yet, we're still having a ball.
We're just this side of a blown engine in the Boxer, so I hope is tomorrow that hopefully I can finish, like limp across the finish line. We may get 6 laps total in this car the entire weekend. We're gonna try to finish.
Because if we have a DNF, then everything's at a loss. But if we do blow the engine across the start-finish line, it's still kind of worth it.
Everyday Driver is brought to you in part by MotorsportReg.com. More than 7,000 events for people who love to drive.
It's a weird feeling when you wake up on the second race day and think, we should be on track right now, and yet we're not. And then we arrive at the track by 1 o'clock, 1:30, somewhere in there. The cars are going around, and the Subaru continues to mock us with every lap. It comes in, I see it fueling over here, and it's mocking us. because it just runs.
As you can see, I'm suited up today. I'm also the only person on the team suited up because we have a plan. The car's actually sat since yesterday when we got water in the cylinders. So the intention is that I will climb in, no pressure, and try to nurse it around the track a couple laps before the checkered flag flies at 3:30 today. Hopefully it will cross the finish line under its own power, or at least still rolling with the engine smoking.
And he's got a big responsibility here, by the way. He's got to blow the engine, but still coast across the finish line, so we're good, and we actually finish because we've got to cross the finish line first.
When I got in the car, everybody just kind of invaded because there's nothing else for them to do, and everybody's strapping me in like I'm some Apollo astronaut. It just kind of sat here and got catered to because these are the only laps we're turning today, and we're all hoping for the best. Nobody has ever been this strapped down and this over-prepared for 3 slow laps. We're hoping for about a 3-minute lap. I mean, this is going to be slow in an effort to try to keep the car moving, and we don't know. We're hoping that it'll get 3 laps out of it. Killing it's actually acceptable. That's what's crazy. It's acceptable to kill this car. We're just not sure where it's going to happen.
Fired up.
All right, I'm in second. At 40 miles an hour, going for third. Hello, 944. All right, right now I've got a clean car. I've got no smoke. I'm trying to do a halfway decent line here, but I mean, let's be honest, I am a rolling roadblock. I am traffic. If I get anybody behind me, honestly, I'm gonna give it to them. This is far slower than I should go through here, but I'm gonna try to leave it in third and inch it through. Come on, girl. She's just gotta keep running. Come on, little girl. It's one of the AMXs coming up on me. I mean, look at this. I so wanna floor it, but I think 60 is about the most. Can I leave it in third and do the corkscrew? Let's try it. Please don't die. Please don't die. Please don't die. I've got so much more handling than you, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. Top of third on the front straight, top of third, I'm leaving it there. Give me a time check. F it, I'm passing him. That's one. All right, come on, girl. Come on, we're gonna do this right now. You, me, and a Miata. Let's do it. Let's do it. Here we go. All right, we're running. I smell coolant. I don't want to overwork this car. I want to finish, but I'm still not going slow. There's a strange satisfaction in passing a different broken car. Come on, sweet girl. You got it. You got it. We're doing good. We're doing good. Yeah! All right. Coolant in my nose. Engine does not sound healthy, but she ran. She did it. We are not that guy. We're passing under our own power. Good job. Good job. I did not think I was going to get past the finish line. You've been beat on, little one. You've been beat on.
That's all that counts.
Obviously, this is not exactly the ending we hoped for, but there was a finish. The car rolled through on its own power. That's pretty impressive. So we may have, I think, 8 total laps, which is not what we hoped for. Meanwhile, the Subaru behind us is still mocking us with a ton of laps, but we actually got across the finish line. I got to see the checker while the car was moving under its own power, which I considered a victory after all of this.
We didn't get a blown engine. No blown engines.
Maybe I didn't try hard enough. I don't know. Thank you guys so much for having us back.
Sure, appreciate it.
Awesome to be here. Thank you, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Hey, Paul, this car is amazing. I think we need to come back next year.
We're back at the Renaissance Fair with race cars, also known as the 24 Hours of LeMons. Between stints, we actually go bob for apples and do face painting, and then we go see the blacksmith a little bit later.
We're here for the 3rd time running LeMons. The first time was that Subaru, which was interesting. The second time was the Boxster that bled out all over pit lane. We're back, hoping 3rd time's a charm. This time, that same Boxster is our car with a new heart.
The race organizers have said, you guys were the ones with the tank in the back last year, right? Yeah, right, we remember you. You don't have a tank in the back, do you?
We're hoping that it actually has good balance and goes as quick as it promised to be last time. So let's hope for, frankly, the best, but at this point, kind of anywhere is up.
I felt more nervous last year being in car because, you know, we knew the car was already kind of broken and we didn't know what was going to happen. And the entire point is to get the car around the track. I'm not interested in setting lap times and being a hero on the first lap or even the first 10 laps. I was lying in bed last night just thinking, all right, this is going to be fine. I'm going to be super low adrenaline, man. I'm just going to be cool with everything. And as soon as I'm even on the parade lap, I'm so excited.
Green, 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 green.
All right, green, finally. Can I just say how much I'm enjoying this right now? I'm right behind the pinnacle of automotive perfection, the Porsche 924 with the Scottsdale pickup front end. Had to trade a little paint there. The team is called Porsche Hockey. I'm sure they're ready to have their way with me. See, you've got power galore. That is the one thing I'm kind of wishing I had more of, and that's mid-range punch right at 4,000 RPM. Oh, hello, Pack. Yes. Yes. Hi, everyone. Oh, and we've got the Terror Wagon boys coming through with the siren on. Hello. See, they've got a turbocharged Subi motor in that bad boy. The setup of this car is pretty much stock. Come on, baby. Let's last the whole race. Give some really good laps here.
Because I just got out of the car for my first stint. I want the rest of the crew, I want all the guys to have their time in the car at least once before anything happens. But the great thing is, I feel like we're competitive in our class.
Carl was in next, pushing hard and fighting his way through traffic. Unfortunately, some people thought he was fighting a bit too hard.
Well, apex of the corner, we both kind of went down.
Yeah.
There's just racing.
All right. We'll try to get some room. They thought you bounced off each other a little bit.
Okay. I didn't feel anything.
Okay.
Come on, come on, come on. She likes the upper RPM, classic Porsche engine. She's got some grunt. I got a full tank of gas and the temperature's low. Things are good. The 996 non-player special is right there. Hi, guys. When we ran the Subaru 2 years ago, fastest lap we had was, I think, a 225. So we seem to be settling into about the 215s now, 10 seconds a lap faster than the Subaru when we ran it on old tires. With this chassis, what's great is if you actually overwork the tires, everything is so progressive and easy to catch. Wouldn't it be ironic if I said that and promptly spun the car? But you can ease your way up to the limits of it, and it's friendly about it, which is wonderful.
Everyday Driver is brought to you by Covercraft. Use the code EVERYDAY for 10% off your order.
Having a tussle with the Morris. I see ya. I see ya. I wish you could see me smiling at you. Nicely done. Nicely done. Nicely done. You got more than you appear to, Mr. Morris.
In fact, that Morris has a Ford V6 in it now, and it's almost perfectly matched with us.
Oh, we're tight here, folks. Wow, hi, good to see you. All right, fine. This is where I take it back. This car is genuinely competitive, and I am loving it. Hey, Mr. Morris, me again. You're working to stay there, I understand. We're decently matched here, and I can outbrake you. That seems pretty clear. Hi, friend. This is a hell of a battle right here. This is a hell of a battle. I'm loving this, man. Hi, good to see you, friend. On the outside. I'm right here, buddy, with the Morris behind me. Woohoo! Yeah, that was the most fun I've ever had on a track right there. Oh, that was awesome. He's gonna stick his nose where it doesn't belong in a minute. This is not my good part of the track. I think he's better through here than I am. It's a good battle, though. I like it. Yeah, you're going there. I see it. I see it. I'm closing the door on you. I love it. I love it. It's so good. That was honestly the most fun I've ever had, ever, on a racetrack in any kind of racing car. It was just a battle, lap after lap, and the car just kept running. I kept looking at the gas gauge and kept going, you're fine. I kept looking at the temperature and said, don't even worry about it, over and over and over, lap after lap. I love this track. I loved that session. I want to go back out.
The biggest thing you need to remember in any sort of competition or track driving like this is to not look at the guy's line ahead of you. Look at what you're doing. Oh, what are you doing? I don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. I'm gonna pass you. This Miata is just all over me. He wishes so badly he could pass me. Yeah, Miata wanted it. Crashed right into me. See, when there's a bunch of cars like this, and they're all doing different things, just note where they are, and then watch your own line. This is truly dicing it up. Okay. Just got black flagged. Copy that. I'm bringing it in now. Bringing it in now. Miata tried to stick it in, and he was behind me by 3/4 of a car, and we just banged kind of like that. I had to catch it, and then we kept racing.
You were in front of him, so
yes.
It's his job to pass you safely, so I'm putting most of it on him.
Fair enough.
But it's always a mutual thing. Watch your mirrors, give some room.
Thank you.
Carry on.
All right, Mustang 2, I feel like needs a dispatch. I thought you saw me. Thought you were getting over for me. All right. No flag so far. I think the Martians were looking the other direction. I'm really not trying to cause a fight. I'm really not trying to bash up the car. Sorry, Dale, about your car. We're officially turning it into a LeMons car. I have never traded so much paint with other cars as I did in the last session, and I'm feeling 50% guilty about it because before we were pristine, we didn't have any dings, but I feel like I'm barreling through the crowd here, like pinballing off everybody. I'm out there to race, like come on, I'm ready to throw down. That was an hour and 15-minute session, hour and 20 in the car, and I was in a freaking groove, man. That was great.
So I've just been told that we are position 16 right now, coming onto the back part of day one. In P15, one position ahead of us, is what's called the Sazda. It is the Mazda 323 with the big saw on the roof. The reason they're so high is because essentially they don't use gas. So they pit about half as much as everybody else. I am 3 laps behind him, so if I see him, he is a definite pass. Oh, front tires are going. It's okay, we got fresh rubber for tomorrow. The times are gonna come down, I can tell. Just saw the Sazda, he's up here. Sazda, pass number 1, happening right now. I can't believe I'm saying Sazda seriously in a sentence over and over. So I've made up 1. Let's hope I can make up at least 1 more before checker. I got 25 minutes. You may recognize this Subaru I'm coming up on because that was our original LeMons car. And they're out here just turning laps. That thing just runs. I want to pass you, but also at the same time, respect you like crazy. Guys, how long do I have? How long do I have? If I pass him now, does it count? Got close.
This is the LeMons racing I wanted. There's genuine battles going on. I'm chasing the Sazda. I needed 2 more laps, and I would have had him again. We're trying to pick away at that just for placement. We're so close, and in this car, we can fight. It's actual racing.
It's day 2 of our 24 hours of LeMons race. Dale's driving first, and we're still striving for top 10.
Green, 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 go, 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 go.
He quickly settled into his fastest laps ever, lifting us through the standings and reporting on the car.
We've got brand new tires, brand new brakes on the car. It needed both. However, the new tires are a little bit narrower, and it's kind of accentuated the mid-engine nature of the car. So it's a little bit more on its toes and flighty, which is okay. You just got to keep that in mind.
Too hard into a corner. A little too much speed, tried to correct, and spun.
Mid-engine, whatever the hell this thing is.
Yeah, once it goes, just trying to get it back, and it just didn't want to go back.
Your scoop's about to fall off. Can you tape that for me? I don't want it to fall off the track. So
tape around.
Yeah. All right. We saw you guys a couple times yesterday. You get 1 free one. So let me see you again.
Cool. Radio check. Do you have me on radio?
Dale climbed out, and I climbed in, and our race continued.
All right, back on track.
Dale was in for a stint. He was running 10-second faster laps than yesterday. This is the power of new tires. He also had a spin, so now we have an alignment issue that we're having to battle. Paul's in the car now.
Hi guys, yes, I'm on the front straightaway now, and the alignment is definitely off. I'm turned to the left quite a bit.
It's definitely up on its tippy toes, and I can feel the braking power isn't quite as great, but I liken that due to the tires.
There you go. Real-time updates from Paul as he's in the car right now. We would love to get into the top 10. We're pushing for it. We got to manage fuel stops. There's a lot going on. Plus, now the car feels different.
Smooth inputs on this car today.
We're not as competitive as we were yesterday, I feel like, just due to the tire change and the alignment's off, so I'm just gonna let everybody go by, be cool. We just need to turn laps.
This is my first and only session in the car today. There's definitely a vibration in the wheel that wasn't there yesterday. Oh, I feel like this shimmy's getting worse. We'll see. If I lose a wheel, you'll be the first to know. People in my vision are kind of irrelevant. The people that matter are the folks on either end of the leaderboard. And because it's an endurance race, we're worried about all of those folks. For example, one of the people 2 places ahead of us, they just went into the pits. So we're gonna gain a couple laps while they're doing that. But of course, we'll lose those laps later. It is full-on endurance racing wrapped in a ridiculous package. That is LeMons, or a Renaissance fair if you're Paul.
The bottom line is, it's cool that they're all about safety despite the level of hilarity and mirth that's going on here. What I do like about it, it's constant safety, and they are serious about it. It's just, you know, any little screw up or they'll saran wrap you to the top of the car and drive you around the paddock.
Racing is highly hard, and we have very slow learners. These are give our mystery at waiting.
Oh, Scirocco closes the door on Old Milwaukee. I can't believe the words that I'm saying right now. This is the most absurd race commentary in history. I have the Subaru non-player special wagon behind me, the Scirocco, or whatever the heck it's called, and Old Milwaukee having an epic battle while I chase them in the Boxster with a broken limb. Tune in next week when, I don't know, something else ridiculous happens.
Everyday Driver is brought to you by MotorsportReg.com. More than 7,000 events for people who love to drive.
Of course, things are constantly changing. The very latest is this. That right rear was getting worse while I was driving. Dale has been watching the pressures as he drives. The right rear tire has a slow leak. We're 25, 30 minutes from the end of the race. So we had a big debate about, do we try to change back to the old tires? Forget that. We're going to bring the car in. We're going to throw air in that tire, pump it up a little bit extra because it's a very slow leak. We're going to put Paul in the car, have him race for the finish because we right now, like as of 5 minutes ago, are in position 10. We're P10 and trying to hang on to it for the next, it's not even a half hour.
Hey, you're at 40. You're at 40 pounds. That should get you there. You got it, you got it, you got it.
All right, last stint. We have half an hour left in the race. The only thing that's on my mind right now is bring us home. I feel a huge, huge vindication because the car has run like we expected it to, and despite our my offs, I guess, I'm okay with this. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, I don't want to trade paint with you again. I'll take your other mirror off if you're not careful. Oh look, you put a mirror back on. Good job.
We're limping along in 10th place, but in 11th is a close competitor, number 300, a red BMW E30.
Man.
They pass us with less than 10 minutes of racing to go, but our wheel problems prevent us from keeping up.
I'm looking at the countdown timer on the GoPro right now. I'm knowing it's imminent. Checkered flag is imminent. There's checkered. There's checkered. There it is. There it is. We did it. We did it. Redemption. We finished. We were reliable. We ran. No problems. Well, you know, except for the dings and the scrapes and, you know, that's racing.
Great race.
Thank you. Yeah, see, look at all the people. Finishing is huge. Yes, we did it. We did it. We ran. We ran. We ran. We ran. Great job, guys. Great job. Thank you, man.
Okay, I came into this race thinking just finish. After last year's adventure debacle, how are we describing that?
All of the above, yeah.
I came in thinking, let's just finish. I'll be happy. But then as the races progressed, we noticed all of us were turning solid, consistent lap times, and we all started to think,
top 10? Could actually...
Dare we even discuss top 10?
Dare we dream?
We're just wanting to finish. Could we talk about top 10? We got 11th.
I have a complaint to lodge, by the way, because I passed a car that was busted on the left. It did not finish. It did not see checkered flag.
Yeah.
And we passed it, and I think your laps should not count. If this were real racing, like a real Le Mans, your laps wouldn't count. You would have a DNF.
Because this is
and we would be
exactly
10th.
like real Le Mans. It's exactly
Totally the same.
Totally.
But we've tasted the hint. I think we're top 10. I'm claiming top 10.
All right, good.
Since 2007, Everyday Driver has been finding great cars and experiences for real people. Now we're delivering more content to more places than ever before.
Our TV show premieres on the Motor Trend cable channel and can also be found on Amazon Prime. Plus, older episodes are available worldwide on Pluto TV and Vimeo.
Our Top 10 podcast of the Car Debate takes your questions and helps you find the perfect car.
Whole garages and even a few marriages have improved over 500 episodes, with new ones dropping every Tuesday and Friday.
On YouTube, we cover cars of all kinds, from exotics to haulers and even hybrids, while Nate reviews motorcycles.
Plus, we've got 5 feature films, including unique retrospectives of the 911, the M3, and the Corvette.
And if that's not enough, we host meetups, live podcasts, and even driving trips to Europe.
So thanks for watching, listening, and supporting what we do.